Title of project is a macrostructure and microstructure behavior of soft self-compacting concrete (SCC) containing eggshell exposed to elevated temperature. Supervisor TS Dr. Muhammad Raizam Zamani bin Madzin. Co-supervisor IR Dr. Ir.khairil. Student name IRTS Muhammad Khairil bin Rahman from Civil Engineering Faculty. The introduction. Waste in Malaysia is getting worse than we could have ever imagined in our developing world, and it can lead to environmental damage. The lack of room and inefficient collective system were issues Malaysia had to contend with when managing waste. Numerous efforts have been made to replace the cement used in the concrete with agricultural waste items including fly ash, large palm oil shell, and eggshell in order to obtain the desired freshness and performance of the SCC. SCC was initially founded in Japan 1988. Eggshell, coconut shell, fly ash, rubber granules, and coconut shells are the few examples of waste products that are used in construction sector. To reduce waste, Vesalius and Yilmaz Aruntas 2014. Therefore, this study was undertaken to evaluate the influence of using ESP as a partial substitute for cement and under elevated temperature on the ultimate compressive strength and split tensile strength of the self-compacting concrete, as well as in failure mode behavior pattern under compression and split test and flexural test. Problem statement. The management of the growing amount of municipal solid trash is currently a major environmental concern and needs a better solution. Only 5% of the 30,000 tons of rubbish that Malaysians create each day are recycled by Clean Malaysia 2015. In addition, eggs are the key ingredient in variety of goods such as cake, bread, and fast food, and their manufacture generate tons of organic waste every day, costing a lot to dispose of globally and possibly adding to pollution. Concrete with insufficient calcium oxide and low calcium oxide concentration will have a poor strength characteristic. Therefore, a high strength of concrete can be generated by using a sizable amount of ASP as a partial substitute for cement, reducing the environmental impact of the waste. Objective of the study. There are three. First, to assess the fresh property of soft compacting concrete SCC incorporating eggshell powder ESP. Second, to determine the ultimate compressive split tensile strength and flexural strength of the self-compacting concrete SCC incorporating eggshell powder ESP under elevated temperature. And the last one is to observe and categorize the failure modes of soft compacting concrete SCC or proposed SCC cube under elevated temperature. Scope of work. The experimental investigation on the effect of the eggshell powder are partial replacement of cement in compacting concrete SCC has been carried out at Concrete Laboratory College of Engineering UiTM Shah Alam Selangor. The mixed design contains 5%, 10%, 15%, 20%, and 25% of eggshell, cement, coarse and fine aggregate, super plasticizer, and water have to be prepared. Significant is to understand the strength of concrete would enable engineers to develop solutions to the global CO2 emission issue of using OPC in the production of conventional concrete. The research was focused on the effect of the using ESP as partial substitute of cement and mechanical properties of SCC. The government has ambition to advance environmentally friendly corporate practices. Consequently, the result of this study contribute to decrease the environmental problem the people face. In the literature review, inadequate compaction of concrete can lead to lower strength and poor durability of hardened concrete. Therefore, to overcome the problem of non-uniformity and non-homogeneity, and inadequate compaction, and to improve its placement in structure with congested enforcement and restricted area. To overcome this situation, self-compacted concrete being used to the market in construction industry. Self-compacting concrete (SCC) is defined as advanced construction material that is able to flow under its own weight and then consolidate without the need of vibrator to completely fill the formwork congested reinforcement. The figure shows the comparison mixture of your regular concrete and self-compacting concrete. Vesson et al. 2014. Literature review by Najim and Hall, Bissonia and Yimas Aruntas, Sharma and Han. Literature review hardened properties, Yeralamala, Matzin et al., Tagadagi et al. The research gap, fishbone diagram. Advantages and disadvantages of ASCC. The crowded reinforcement bar in cricket formwork can be simply covered with the slurry, similar to how it can fill the formwork and achieve complete compaction by flowing under its own weight. In addition, by reducing the noise level made by the mechanical vibrator, which will also be reduced, noise pollution during the construction phase can be minimized. Additionally, SCC offers the benefits of speedier construction period overall because of its high performance standard and low labor need. However, due to the low water cement ratio, plastic shrinkage, fracture could develop disadvantages of SCC. Methodology milestone. The methodology flowchart of phase in preparing SCC mixed proportion. The materials: cement, coarse aggregate, fine aggregate, super plasticizer, water, and the main is the eggshell powder. Sequence of crushing eggshell: collecting from stall, heating process, grinding process with steel ball, eggshell powders. Press property test: slump flow test, L-box test, sieve segregation test. Slump flow test, L-box test, sieve segregation test. Hardened properties test, compression test, split tensile test, flexural test. Compression test, split tensile test, flexural test. Curing process, heating process. References, and thank you. That's all.